Hello, my beautiful English learners. I want you to stop for just a moment and take a deep breath with me. Right now, wherever you are, whether you're walking down the street with your headphones on, sitting in your kitchen with a cup of coffee, or lying in bed at the end of a long day, I want you to know that you're not alone in this journey. I see you. I feel your frustration when the words get stuck in your throat. I understand that heavy feeling when you want to express something beautiful, something important, but the English words just won't come. Today, I'm going to share something with you that changed everything for me, and I know it's going to change everything for you too. We're going to learn 30 simple sentences that will help your mind start thinking in English naturally, without translation, without that exhausting mental gymnastics that leaves you feeling defeated. These aren't just words on a page. They're going to become the bridge between the thoughts in your heart and the English that flows from your lips. You know what breaks my heart? It's when I meet someone who tells me they've been studying English for years, but they still freeze when someone asks them a simple question. They know grammar rules that native speakers have forgotten. They can write essays that would impress university professors. But when it comes to that moment of real connection, that moment when language becomes alive and human, they feel lost. If this is you, please know that you're not broken. You're not behind. You're not too old, too slow, or too anything. You're simply ready to discover what English really is, not a subject to study, but a way to live. Learning to think in English is like learning to dance. At first, you're counting steps, watching your feet, worried about making mistakes. But then something magical happens. The music takes over. Your body remembers the rhythm. You stop thinking about the steps and start feeling the movement. That's what we're going to do with these 30 sentences. We're going to help your mind find its English rhythm. I need you to promise me something before we begin. Promise me that you'll be patient with yourself. Promise me that when your accent shows up, you'll smile at it like an old friend. Promise me that when you make a mistake, you'll celebrate it, because mistakes are proof that you're brave enough to try. Most importantly, promise me that you'll speak these sentences out loud. Don't just listen to them, live them, breathe them, make them yours. By the time we finish today's journey together, you're going to feel something shift inside you. That heavy feeling of translation, that exhausting process of thinking in your native language and then trying to convert it to English is going to start melting away. Instead, you'll discover that English can live directly in your thoughts, as natural and immediate as your heartbeat. These 30 sentences are going to become your daily companions. They're going to teach your brain that English isn't a foreign visitor in your mind. It's a welcomed guest that can make itself at home. Some of these sentences will make you smile. Some will make you think about your dreams. Some will connect you to memories you treasure. All of them will help you discover that thinking in English isn't about becoming someone different. It's about becoming more fully yourself, with more ways to share your beautiful thoughts with the world. Are you ready to begin this transformation? Are you ready to discover that the English speaker you've been searching for has been inside you all along, just waiting for the right key to unlock the door? Let's start this beautiful journey together. Let's give your thoughts their English voice. My dear friend, I want to tell you something that might surprise you. Right now, as I'm speaking these words, your brain is already thinking in English. Yes, you heard me correctly. If you're understanding what I'm saying, If these words are making sense to you, then, somewhere in the beautiful complexity of your mind, English thoughts are already happening. The problem isn't that you can't think in English. The problem is that you don't trust yourself to think in English. Let me share the first group of sentences that will help you build this trust. But before we practice them together, I need you to understand something crucial. These sentences aren't just about grammar or vocabulary. They're about giving yourself permission to think simply, directly, and without judgment. When a baby learns to walk, she doesn't worry about her technique. She doesn't compare her first steps to an Olympic runner. She simply celebrates the miracle of movement. That's how we're going to approach these sentences. Let's begin with the most important sentence of all. I am learning English. Say it with me now. I am learning English. Not, I am trying to learn English. Not, I am struggling with English. Simply, I am learning English. This sentence is present tense because learning is what you're doing right now, in this very moment. Every time you hear an English word, every time you understand a phrase, every time you think about what you want to say, you are actively learning. Repeat after me. I am learning English. Here's our second sentence, and it's going to help you forgive yourself for every mistake you've ever made. Mistakes help me grow. Say it with me. Mistakes help me grow. I want you to think about a garden. When a gardener plants seeds, some don't sprout immediately. Some grow crooked at first. Some need extra water, extra care. But the gardener doesn't throw away the whole garden because of imperfect plants. The gardener understands that growth is messy, beautiful, and perfectly imperfect. Your English is growing the same way. Mistakes help me grow. Our third sentence is going to change how you feel about your accent, your pronunciation, your imperfect grammar. My voice matters. Please say this with feeling. My voice matters. Your accent isn't something to hide. It's the beautiful signature of your journey. Your unique way of pronouncing words isn't wrong. It's yours. When you speak English with your accent, you're not failing at being someone else. You're succeeding at being authentically you. My voice matters. Sentence number 4 is for those moments when you feel overwhelmed by how much you still don't know. I understand more than I think I do. Repeat this with confidence. I understand more than I think I do. This is profoundly true. You're understanding these words right now. You're following these thoughts. You're connecting with these ideas. That's not small, that's miraculous. Your brain is processing complex English thoughts and emotions. Trust what's happening inside you. I understand more than I think I do. The fifth sentence is going to help you break free from the pressure of perfection. I speak English my way. Say it proudly. I speak English my way. There's no single correct way to speak English. There's American English, British English, Australian English, Indian English, Nigerian English, and thousands of other beautiful variations. Your English, with your rhythm, your pace, your unique perspective, is just as valid as any other. I speak English my way. Sentence 6 will help you embrace the process instead of rushing toward some imaginary finish line. Every day, I get better. Let this sink deep into your heart. Every day, I get better. Not, every day, I should be perfect. Not every day I should know everything. Simply, every day I get better. This is the truth. Even on days when you feel stuck, your brain is processing, organizing, and strengthening your English. Growth isn't always visible, but it's always happening. Every day I get better. Now I want to share something personal with you. When I was learning my second language, I spent months terrified to speak because I wanted every sentence to be perfect. I would rehearse conversations in my head, planning every word, anticipating every response. But you know what I discovered? The most meaningful conversations happened when I stopped planning and started trusting. When I stopped translating and started feeling. That's what these sentences are going to do for you. They're going to help you trust the English that's already living inside you. Here's what I need you to do with these first 6 sentences. I want you to choose one, just one, and carry it with you through your day. When you wake up, say it. When you're brushing your teeth, think it. When you're walking to work or school, repeat it. Don't try to memorize all 6 at once. Choose the one that speaks to your heart right now, and let it become your companion. Maybe you need to hear, "I am learning English," because you've been doubting your progress. Maybe you need, "Mistakes help me grow," because you've been too hard on yourself. Maybe "My voice matters" is exactly what your heart needs to hear because you've been hiding your beautiful accent. Trust your instincts. Your heart knows which sentence you need most. As we move forward together, remember this. Thinking in English isn't about abandoning your native language or becoming someone different. It's about adding new rooms to the house of your mind. It's about giving yourself more ways to experience thoughts, more ways to connect ideas, more ways to express the beautiful complexity of who you are. You're not losing anything, you're gaining everything. Now we're going to explore something magical together. How to help your mind naturally start thinking in English throughout your day. I want you to imagine your thoughts like a gentle river. Right now, that river flows in your native language, and that's beautiful. But we're going to help create little streams and tributaries where English thoughts can flow naturally, until eventually you have this wonderful network of languages moving through your mind like music. Let me share the next group of sentences with you, and these are special because they're going to live in the small, quiet moments of your day. These are the thoughts that happen so automatically you barely notice them until now, when we're going to make them conscious and English. Sentence 7 is perfect for your mornings. Today feels good. Say it with me right now. Today feels good. I want you to say this tomorrow when you wake up, not because every day is perfect, but because you're giving your mind permission to start the day with English optimism. Even if you wake up tired, even if you have challenges ahead, there's something in today that feels good. Maybe the sunlight through your window, maybe the smell of coffee, maybe simply the fact that you're here, alive, learning. Today feels good. Sentence 8 is for those little moments when you're moving through your space. I like this place. Whether you're in your kitchen, sitting in a park, or walking through your neighborhood, try thinking, I like this place. Not because every place is perfect, but because you're practicing gratitude in English. You're teaching your mind to notice good things and express them in English. I like this place. Our 9th sentence is going to transform how you experience food. This tastes wonderful. The next time you're eating something you enjoy, maybe your morning coffee, maybe a piece of fruit, maybe your grandmother's recipe, instead of thinking about the taste in your native language, try thinking, this tastes wonderful. You're connecting pleasure with English words, making English part of your sensory experience. This tastes wonderful. Sentence 10 is for when you're with people you care about. I enjoy your company. This is such a warm sentence. I enjoy your company. You can think it, or if you're feeling brave, you can say it. But even just thinking it connects English to your feelings of love and friendship. I enjoy your company. Here's something beautiful that's going to happen as you practice these sentences. Your brain is going to start making connections between English and your real life, not the artificial English of textbooks, but the English of actual human experience. When you think this tastes wonderful while drinking your tea, you're not just learning vocabulary. You're training your mind to live partially in English. Sentence 11 is going to help you appreciate beauty. That looks beautiful. When you see something lovely, a flower, a sunset, a child laughing, a piece of art, try thinking, that looks beautiful. You're teaching your eyes to see through English, connecting your aesthetic sense with English expression. That looks beautiful. Sentence 12 is for moments of accomplishment, even small ones. I did that well. When you cook a good meal, when you solve a problem, when you help someone, when you understand a difficult English sentence, think, I did that well. You're building confidence in English, associating success with English thoughts. I did that well. Now, let me tell you why this approach is so powerful. When you translate from your native language to English, you're asking your brain to do extra work. It's like having to change clothes every time you want to speak, exhausting and slow. But when you practice thinking directly in English about real experiences, you're teaching your brain that English can be a native language for certain thoughts. Sentence 13 is perfect for when you're learning something new. Now I understand. Maybe you're watching a movie and suddenly get a joke. Maybe you're listening to a song and finally understand the lyrics. Maybe you're in conversation and the meaning becomes clear. Instead of celebrating in your native language, think, now I understand. Now I understand. Sentence 14 is for expressing care. I hope you're happy. When you think about someone you love, a family member, a friend, even someone you just met who seemed kind, try thinking, I hope you're happy. You're connecting English to your capacity for compassion and care. I hope you're happy. Sentence 15 is going to help you express curiosity. I wonder about this. When something interests you, when you see something unusual, when you want to learn more about something, think, I wonder about this. Curiosity is such a beautiful human quality, and now you can experience it in English too. I wonder about this. Here's what I want you to do right now. I want you to pause this video for just a moment and look around you. Find something in your environment. Maybe a book, maybe a plant, maybe the light coming through your window. Look at it and think one of our sentences. Maybe that looks beautiful, or I like this place, or even just today feels good. Do it right now. Oh wait, did you feel that? Did you feel that little shift when your mind connected English words directly to your real experience? That's thinking in English. It's not dramatic. It's not complicated. It's as simple and natural as noticing that the sky is blue or that music sounds good. Before we continue, I want to ask you for something. If this approach is helping you, if these sentences are starting to feel natural, would you do me a favor? Would you subscribe to this channel and let me know in the comments which sentence feels most natural to you already? I read every comment, and knowing which sentences resonate with you helps me create better content for our beautiful community. You matter here, and your progress matters to me. My beautiful learner, we've reached the heart of our journey together. This is where English stops being something you study and starts being something you live. I want you to feel the excitement of this moment because we're about to practice sentences that you can use today, right now, in real conversations with real people. These aren't textbook sentences. These are the sentences that build bridges between hearts. Let me tell you something that changed my perspective forever. I used to think fluency meant knowing thousands of words and complex grammar structures. But then I watched a little girl at a playground making friends with children who spoke different languages. She had maybe 50 words total, but she was laughing, sharing, playing, connecting. That's when I realized that communication isn't about perfection. It's about courage and heart. Sentence 16 is going to give you power in any store, restaurant, or service situation. Could you help me, please? Say it with me. Could you help me, please? This sentence is magic because it works everywhere. At the grocery store, at the bank, at the post office, at school. Most people love to help, and when you ask politely in English, you're not just getting assistance, you're having a real English conversation. Could you help me, please? Sentence 17 is perfect for expressing gratitude. Thank you so much. But I want you to really feel this. Thank you so much. Not just thank you, but thank you so much. The so much adds warmth, adds heart. When someone helps you, when someone is kind, when someone smiles at you, you can respond with genuine feeling. Thank you so much. Our 18th sentence is going to help you in social situations. Nice to meet you. Practice saying this with a smile. Nice to meet you. But here's the secret. You can also think this when you meet someone new, even if you don't say it out loud. You're training your mind to be socially present in English. Nice to meet you. Sentence 19 is for when you need to be honest about your English journey. I'm still learning English. Say this with pride, not apology. I'm still learning English. This isn't a weakness, it's a superpower. When people know you're learning, they become your teachers. They speak more clearly. They're more patient. They're often impressed by your courage. I'm still learning English. Here's something wonderful that happens when you use this sentence. Instead of feeling embarrassed about your English level, you feel proud of your progress. Instead of hiding your learning journey, you celebrate it. People respect honesty, and they almost always respond with encouragement and support. Sentence 20 is going to help you in restaurants, stores, and anywhere you need to make choices. I would like this one, please. Practice with feeling. I would like this one, please. You can point, you can smile, you can use gestures. Communication is about more than just words. I would like this one, please. Sentence 21 is perfect for when you don't understand something. Could you repeat that? Don't be afraid of this sentence. Could you repeat that? Native speakers ask this too. Asking for repetition isn't a sign of poor English. It's a sign of good communication. You care enough about understanding to ask. Could you repeat that? Now, I want to share a real story with you. Last week, I received a message from a student who said she used these exact sentences to have her first conversation with an English-speaking neighbor. She was nervous, she made mistakes, her accent was strong, but you know what happened? They talked for 20 minutes about gardening. 20 minutes of real connection, real friendship, real life happening in English. Sentence 22 is for expressing preferences. I prefer this. Whether you're choosing food, talking about movies, or discussing anything else. I prefer this is clear, simple, and useful. I prefer this. Sentence 23 helps you share your feelings. That makes me happy. When something good happens, when someone is kind, when you experience joy, try thinking or saying, "That makes me happy." You're connecting emotions to English expression. That makes me happy. Sentence 24 is for showing interest in others. Tell me more about that. This is such a generous sentence. Tell me more about that. It shows you're listening, you're curious, you care about the other person's thoughts. Tell me more about that. Here's what I need you to understand about these conversational sentences. They're not just about English. They're about being human with other humans. When you say, "Could you help me, please?" you're not just practicing pronunciation. You're reaching out, connecting, being vulnerable and brave. That's what real communication is. Sentence 25 is perfect for ending conversations gracefully. It was nice talking with you. Practice saying this warmly. It was nice talking with you. Even if the conversation was brief, even if you struggled with some words, you can end on this positive, grateful note. It was nice talking with you. Let me tell you about micro wins. These are the small victories that happen every time you use English in real life. Each time you successfully order coffee in English, that's a micro win. Each time you understand a joke, that's a micro win. Each time you help someone with directions, that's a micro win. These moments might seem small, but they're building something huge inside you. Confidence, fluency, and the beautiful realization that you can live your life in English. Sentence 26 is for sharing your thoughts. I think that's interesting. When someone tells you something when you're discussing ideas, "I think that's interesting," shows engagement and opens the door for more conversation. I think that's interesting. Your homework isn't to memorize these sentences perfectly. Your homework is to use one of them today. Just one. Maybe you'll say, "Thank you so much" to someone who helps you. Maybe you'll think, "That makes me happy" when you see something pleasant. Maybe you'll practice, "Nice to meet you" in the mirror. One sentence, used with intention, is worth more than 100 sentences memorized but never spoken. My dear friend, we're now going to talk about something that I know makes many of you feel nervous, the sound of your own voice speaking English. I want you to take a deep breath with me because I'm going to share some truths that might surprise you and definitely going to help you fall in love with your English voice. First, let me tell you something that will change everything. Your accent is not your enemy. Your accent is the beautiful signature of your journey. When I hear someone speak English with an accent, I don't think they need to fix this. I think what an amazing person who had the courage to learn a new language. Your accent tells the story of your bravery, your culture, your unique path through life. It's not something to hide, it's something to wear with pride. Sentence 27 is going to help you practice the rhythm of English. I'm getting better every day. Say it with me slowly. I'm getting better every day. Notice how the words flow together. I'm connects to getting. Getting flows into better. Every links to day. English has this beautiful connected quality, like music, like dancing. I'm getting better every day. Here's a secret about pronunciation that nobody taught me in school. It's not about perfection, it's about connection. When you speak English, you're not performing for judges. You're sharing thoughts with other humans. If your th sounds like D or Z, people will still understand you. If your R sounds different from an American R, your meaning comes through clearly. Communication happens in the space between hearts, not in the technical precision of sounds. Sentence 28 is perfect for practicing clear vowel sounds. How are you today? Let's say it together. How are you today? Feel how your mouth opens for how, closes for R, opens again for you, and settles for today. Don't worry about sounding like someone else. Focus on saying it clearly in your own voice. How are you today? I want to teach you about something called shadowing. This is going to revolutionize how you practice pronunciation. Here's how it works. You listen to someone speak English, maybe me, maybe a podcast, maybe a movie, and you speak along at the same time, like an echo. You don't worry about understanding every word. You focus on copying the rhythm, the music, the flow of the language. Sentence 29 is excellent for shadowing practice. The weather is really nice today. Listen to me say it. The weather is really nice today. Now say it along with me. The weather is really nice today. Don't think about individual sounds. Think about the melody of the sentence. The weather is really nice today. Here's what happens when you practice shadowing regularly. Your mouth learns to move in English patterns. Your brain learns to think in English rhythm. Your confidence grows because you're not analyzing every sound. You're flowing with the language like dancing with a partner. Our final sentence, number 30, is going to be your daily affirmation. I can do this. Say it with conviction. I can do this. When you feel nervous before speaking, when you doubt your abilities, when you feel overwhelmed by how much you still want to learn, remember, I can do this, and you absolutely can. Now I want to share something that might sound strange but is incredibly powerful. I want you to record yourself speaking. I know this makes many people uncomfortable, but trust me on this. Take out your phone, press record, and say 5 of our 30 sentences. Any 5 that you like, then listen to your own voice. What you're going to notice might surprise you. You might think, I don't sound as bad as I thought I would. You might hear progress that you didn't know was happening. You might notice that your English is clearer, more confident, more expressive than you imagined. Recording yourself isn't about finding problems to fix. It's about celebrating progress you didn't even know you were making. Here's a technique I love for building pronunciation confidence. Pick one of our 30 sentences and practice saying it with different emotions. Say, I'm getting better every day, with joy, with determination, with quiet confidence, with excitement. Notice how your voice naturally changes with your feelings. This teaches you that pronunciation isn't mechanical. It's emotional, human, alive. Let me tell you about a student who was so afraid of her accent that she wouldn't speak English for months. She understood everything, could write beautifully, but stayed silent in conversations. Then she started practicing our sentences, recording herself, listening back with love instead of judgment. 3 months later, she sent me a video of herself having a fluent conversation with her English-speaking coworker. The same accent, the same voice, but completely transformed confidence. Your pronunciation doesn't need to be perfect to be powerful. Think about singers. They each have unique voices, unique styles, unique ways of expressing music, but they all create beauty. Your English voice is the same. It doesn't need to sound like someone else's to be beautiful, clear, and effective. Practice this. Stand in front of a mirror and say 3 of our sentences with a smile. Really smile while you speak. Notice how smiling changes your voice, makes it warmer, more welcoming, more confident. I am learning English with a smile. My voice matters with a smile. I can do this with a smile. Here's your pronunciation homework. Every day for the next week, practice 5 of our 30 sentences out loud. Not silently, not just thinking them, out loud. If you're alone, speak at normal volume. If you're around others, whisper. But make sure your mouth, your tongue, your voice are actively practicing these English patterns. Remember, every time you speak English out loud, you're building strength in those speaking muscles. You're training your brain to coordinate thoughts and sounds and breath and confidence all at the same time. It's complex and beautiful and absolutely possible for you. My beautiful friend, we've reached the end of our journey together today. But really, this is just the beginning of something extraordinary that's going to unfold in your life. I want you to take a moment to appreciate what just happened here. In the last few minutes, you didn't just learn 30 sentences. You opened 30 doorways to thinking, feeling, and living in English. Let me share something with you that I hope will stay in your heart long after our time together ends today. Learning English isn't about becoming a different person. It's about becoming more fully yourself, with more ways to express the beautiful thoughts and feelings that were always inside you. Every sentence we practice today is now part of you. They're not just words you memorized. They're tools for connecting, for sharing, for living a richer life. I want you to imagine something with me. Imagine yourself 6 months from now. You wake up in the morning and your first thought is naturally in English. Today feels good. You make your coffee and find yourself thinking, this tastes wonderful. You look out your window and think, that looks beautiful. Throughout your day, English thoughts flow as naturally as breathing. You're not translating, not struggling, not afraid. You're simply living bilingually, moving between languages like moving between rooms in your own home. This isn't fantasy. This isn't impossible. This is exactly what happens when you practice thinking in English with real thoughts about real experiences. These 30 sentences are your foundation, but they're going to grow into thousands of English thoughts, conversations, connections, and possibilities. Let me tell you what I hope happens next. I hope you choose 5 of these sentences, just 5, and make them your companions for the next week. Carry them with you. Think them during your daily activities. Say them out loud when you're alone. Let them become as familiar as your favorite song. Notice which situations naturally call for which sentences. Pay attention to how it feels when your mind thinks directly in English without translating. Here's something beautiful that's going to happen. Other English thoughts will start appearing naturally. If you practice thinking, I'm getting better every day, you might find yourself spontaneously thinking, I feel proud of my progress, or I enjoy learning new things. Your mind will start creating its own English thoughts, using these sentences as springboards into deeper, more personal expressions. I also hope you'll be gentle with yourself during this process. Some days, English thinking will feel natural and easy. Other days, you might feel like you're back to translating everything. Both experiences are normal and valuable. Learning a language isn't a straight line. It's more like waves in the ocean. Sometimes high, sometimes low, but always moving forward. Remember that every person who speaks English fluently started exactly where you are now. They had first words, first sentences, first conversations. They made mistakes, felt nervous, wondered if they were good enough. The only difference between someone who speaks English fluently and someone who's still learning is time and practice. You have all the capability you need. You just need to trust the process and trust yourself. Here's what I want you to know about mistakes. They're not failures, they're data. Every mistake tells your brain something useful about how English works. When you think a sentence and realize it doesn't sound quite right, your brain is learning. When you pronounce a word differently than native speakers and someone gently corrects you, your brain is growing. Embrace mistakes as proof that you're actively using the language, not just passively studying it. I hope these sentences will also help you connect with other people. Language exists to build bridges between human hearts. When you say "thank you so much" to someone who helps you, you're not just practicing English, you're creating a moment of gratitude and connection. When you think "I hope you're happy" about someone you care about, you're expressing love in English. These aren't just linguistic exercises, they're acts of human connection. Now, I want to ask you for something. I want you to share this journey with me. In the comments below, tell me which of our 30 sentences feels most natural to you right now. Tell me which one you're most excited to practice. Tell me about a situation where you can imagine using one of these sentences. Your sharing helps other learners feel less alone, and it helps me understand how to support you better. If this video helped you feel more confident about thinking in English, if these sentences made English feel more accessible and less intimidating, please subscribe to our English from the Heart channel. We're building a community of learners who support each other, celebrate progress together, and believe that everyone deserves to express themselves fully in English. Here's my final gift to you today, an affirmation that I want you to remember whenever you doubt your English abilities. Say it with me. I am not perfect, and I am progressing. My English is growing every day. My voice matters. My thoughts in English are valuable. I belong in English-speaking spaces. I have something beautiful to contribute to every conversation. The journey of thinking in English is really the journey of expanding who you are. Every new language you learn adds rooms to the house of your mind, gives you new ways to experience thoughts and feelings, connects you to new people and opportunities. You're not just learning English, you're becoming a more expansive, connected, capable version of yourself. As we say goodbye for now, I want you to know that I believe in you completely. I believe in your ability to think naturally in English. I believe in the conversations you're going to have, the connections you're going to make, the dreams you're going to express in English. Most importantly, I believe that you have everything inside you right now to succeed on this beautiful journey. Keep practicing, keep believing in yourself, and remember, every English thought is a victory. You're doing something brave and beautiful, and I'm honored to be part of your journey. Until we meet again, keep thinking, keep speaking, and keep growing in English and in life.